Alright guys, so welcome to today's pick a card. Basically I wanted to just ask about our spirit guides and see any information I can get about them, like how to contact them, a little bit about their personality. So laid out some cards and some crystals. Pick whichever one you're drawn to. I'm going to do things a little differently today. I'm actually going to shuffle the cards per pile. I normally kind of lay them out, but today I'm going to do it a little different. So pick your crystal and I'll see you guys. Alright, everyone who chose pile number 1 with the Neptune rock, which, by the way, if you know what stone this is, because I have no idea. I went on a crystal picking spree once and I ended up picking it up. So if you know what it is, definitely let me know down in the comments. And definitely let me know down in the comments how any of this resonates with you. But alright, let's jump into it. So pile number 1, your spirit guides. Let's see. Oh wow, okay. It's too many. Let's put those back. Decided to do it a little different today. Alright. And one more. Alright. So, your spirit guide. So, I feel like number 1 with group number 1, your spirit guide, definitely a masculine energy here. I will say that. But your spirit guide kind of like, I feel like they like lurk in the shadows. And they keep like things away from you, very protective of you. I feel like you're being called to focus on your intuition more, to listen to your intuition. I also feel like you are being guided by like winged things. I don't know if you can see this, but like I feel like you're being guided by winged things. Like you may find that every time you go outside, you see birds, and birds are just like super active for no reason. You may even feel like almost as if the wind is talking to you. Your spirit guides are off this particular spirit guide, because you may have more than one, but this one is trying to offer you a new beginning and wants you to find this inner strength and this inner wisdom so that they can bring this new beginning to you. Definitely. The way that you're gonna get to this inner wisdom is you've got to let go of your fears and your anxieties, because they're holding you back. You're spending way too much time on these things when like I said, your spirit guides are right there offering you this new beginning, which brings you into this whole Emperor energy, right? So, yeah, definitely. But you really need to focus, listen to your intuition. Listen to it. Because there's definitely messages there for you. Okay, spirits. Alright. Take the first one. Vision Quest. Oh, that is so beautiful. I very rarely use this deck. It's, I do believe it's a Shaman Oracle deck. So I very rarely use this deck. But we are gonna, so I'm gonna bust out the book here. Yeah, it is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. But Vision Quest, once again, like, your wisdom, I feel like you're really being called to use your wisdom. We'll see what exactly this Vision Quest card says. Okay. So, in the Vision Quest, you face your fears, embrace your morality, and meet face to face with spirit. When you feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunity life is offering us now. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find the key that opens the door to write the next chapter. That's like the essence of the card. So, and what like it's saying is find clarity, spending time alone in nature. If you live in the city, go and walk in the park. If, yeah, so get off the couch. Spirit helps us find ourselves. Set your intention and ask nature for guiding vision for your life. So definitely going back to finding that inner wisdom, right? Going on this Vision Quest, getting out in nature, and listening to what Spirit is trying to tell you, so you can have, once again, this new beginning. Because there's something new that's waiting for you, but you've got to let go of these fears, you've got to let go of your anxieties, you've got to face them face on, so that you can get into this Emperor energy, because this is where your spirit guide is trying to get you to. Truly. But it's finding that inner wisdom is definitely key for you. Facing your fears, letting go of the fears and the anxieties, the things that are keeping you up at night. You know, you're worried about what's going on up here, but like there's still so much more, like, that's up here. What is that doing for you, right? And they're all, for the most part, they're flying away, they're not attacking you, so you're okay. But sometimes we get so caught up in our energies that we kind of forget. Let's see. Spirit, what, how is it that group number 1 can move past their anxieties? What? Woo! How is it that group number 1 can move past their anxieties and get into this Emperor energy? Definitely. Alright, your dreams. So, I feel like Spirit has been talking to you through your dreams. Let's see. Any other messages? Okay. Yeah. So, when it comes to your dreams, like, sorry, I have, like, wax, because I am always playing with wax. I have candles everywhere. But when it comes to your dreams, number one, this goes right back to your intuition. With the moon right here, this goes right back to your intuition and using it. I get this feeling almost that there are people and things in your life that you need to cut out. And I feel like that's where your wisdom, your intuition, there are people and things that you need to cut out. And that's part of what's holding you back. It's fears and anxiety from other people. That may not be for everybody, but for a few of you, that's where your fears and anxiety come from. It's not coming from because you have no reason to be so stressed out, so worried. That's just what I'm getting right now. Like, you really don't have it. Like, you're right on the beginning of this. Like, this is being offered, but you're so caught in this energy that you're not seeing that you have a new beginning because you're too worried and losing sleep over things that no longer matter to you, that probably never mattered in the first place. You just put these things, these people on a pedestal, and now Spirit's trying to tell you they're not serving you, and they're just hurting you more than anything. So, but going back to this, yeah, definitely pay attention to your dreams. Write them down. If you can remember them, write them down. Focus on your dreams. Make your dreams a reality, and grounding, which I find kind of interesting because you have the Hierophant. And what I love about this card is, like, the Hierophant has just spent so much time with getting to that inner wisdom that he's basically become a tree. He's part of, Father Time is the type of energy that I kind of get with him. Like, he's basically turned into the type of energy that, like, nature's at one with him. He's just at one. So it's time to ground, right? For some of you, especially when I see, like, these trees and everything with the Hierophant, like, earthing may be a huge advantage for you. Taking and going outside and just taking off your shoes and getting to connect with earth. That way you're able to release things from your own body and able to get with the earth, natural things from the earth, because we do absorb a lot of things through our feet, through our skin. That's why we have to be careful about the products we use and all of that. That's a different story, but definitely connecting with nature, I feel like, is definitely going to help you with this one. Alright, guys, that's it for group number 1. Definitely let me know if this resonates for you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, group number 2, the ones who picked the black hole card with the black stone. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I really went on a crystal buying spree a couple months ago, and I don't remember all the ones that I picked up. So if you guys know what it is, definitely let me know. It's this one right here. So if you picked this crystal, this is your reading. Alright. So messages from your spirit guides. Alright, what? I'm just a fool sometimes, guys. Alright. So, first off, once again, just like group number 2. Sorry, I sometimes get addicted to actually shuffling. So, but just like group number 1, you have a very masculine energy as your spirit guide. Sorry, as I was looking at this card, I noticed something new. That's what I love about this deck. This is the Shadowscape deck, and but like there's this dragon here. I've gotten this card multiple times, like all the time. So that's just, I found that really interesting. So I feel like when it comes to your spirit guide, very masculine, very earthy, very mature, very one with earth, just, yeah, very masculine energy. So, he wants to bring you emotional fulfillment, right? Wants to bring you emotional fulfillment. Your guide has been trying to get you to go a little deeper in spirit. There may be something that's been calling you, like, maybe for some reason you just keep on thinking about, like, I don't know, I just want to do Reiki. Like, that's the first example that popped in my mind, but I want to do Reiki. There's something about it, and it's been calling me for a long time, or maybe you've just been being called to get more spiritual. Like, you're noticing that meditation videos are popping up on your YouTube feed for, like, no reason, or whatever, something that you've had an interest in for a while. And this is here to bring you emotional fulfillment, right? A new emotional beginning. Oh goodness, my bag is gone. Yeah. Being more open to your emotions. Because I feel like sometimes you just try and rise above them. Don't really deal with them the way you're supposed to. Just kind of getting this, I'm not dealing with that energy. But I feel like there are also some things that you have been asking Spirit to bring to your attention, and Spirit's trying to, right? It's trying to let go of these illusions. Trying to bring you to the point where, like, you see things for what they actually are, right? With the moon, intuition, illusions, like, trying to bring those things that you've been asking for to the light. There's definitely an emotional thing here. I feel like you may be, like, one of those, like I said, one of those people who just does not deal with their emotions at all. Like, just kind of puts them off. Wrong deck. Let's see what other messages your spirit guides have for you. What messages do you have for group number 2? What messages do you have for group number 2? The serpent. Alright. Let's see. So this is a deck, the Shaman Oracle deck. I don't use it very often. Like, this is actually probably like the 3rd time I've used it. I don't use it very often at all. So, but the serpent has to do with serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Okay, shed the old skin that you have been so attached to and welcome a new vulnerable underbelly that will bring you fresh experiences into your life. New passion, sexuality are open. This can be scary. Trust your wisdom. The serpent to transform your sensual energies into beauty and to beautiful manifestation. So with this, right, I was saying like emotions, right, and that you've got to be vulnerable, right, and it's bringing those mysteries to light. So definitely, if you haven't looked into Kundalini meditation, definitely give that a shot. Let's see what other messages to help group number 2 connect to their spirit guides. What other messages do you have for group number 2 to connect to their spirit guides? Group number 2. Alright. So we have determination. Which also has to do with your solar plex chakra. Let's see what else this is that popped out. Relationships. Going back to that emotional fulfillment thing, right? So I feel like your sacral and your solar plex chakra may need some help. That's like, we actually have like the same kind of color scheme here with the Hierophant and with this determination card. So like this is something that if you want it, you're gonna have to work for it. With this determination, right? Like you've got to be just as determined as the salmon that are swimming against the current. Like, and maybe that's what you need, is just to swim against the current. Like there's something that you want to do that's been calling you, and you know that it's against the grain. Go for it, right? And I feel like this emotional standpoint to things, right, really has to do with your relationships, and strengthening your relationships. I feel like if you do take the time to do the Kundalini, to line up all your chakras, right, from the base to your crown, and truly take the time to align these. You know, there's some beautiful meditations you can do that help you to align these things. And you'll notice that there's a change that happens. And once you start to learn about your chakras and like where they are and how they make you feel when they're out of balance and all of that, like it really does change a lot of things. Like, for instance, I got Citron, right? Because I was having a lot of problems with my solar plex chakra for like no reason. Well, there was a couple of reasons, but I was having a lot of problems with my solar plex, and like I just kept on telling like my old coworkers, like I keep on having this problem. So we got some Citron, and I noticed after I got the Citron, things kind of started to balance out. So maybe even doing some like incorporating crystals into your meditations, like when it comes to your sacral and your solar plex, finding crystals that correspond with these, right? And making sure if it's no more than holding them in your hand when you meditate. And meditation doesn't have to be this torture thing that everybody makes it out to be. You can literally just set aside 3 to 5 minutes a day, preferably in the morning because you're a little more relaxed before your coffee, and just take a few minutes. And you know, I'm really into chakra meditations. I will do a couple of different meditations throughout the day, especially in the mornings, and one of them I do is a chakra meditation. And right now I'm like really getting into the chants and the hand signals of which go along with each one of them. And once I get them down, I am more than open to do a video about that if that's something that everyone's interested in. But yeah, so definitely take the time to deal with your emotions, because there is this enlightenment that Spirit wants to bring you to, but you have to get control of these, and the best way to do that is to go within. Alright, group number 2. Hope to see you guys again soon. If this resonates, let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day, guys. Alright, group number 3. I'll admit, I'm addicted to caffeine. That is exactly what is in that cup of coffee. Anyways, group number 3. The ones who picked the Pluto card with this cloudy quartz. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Wow, sir. Wow. Okay. We're just gonna start that whole thing all over again, because that came out really weird. Okay. Spirit, group number 3. What messages do you have from their spirit guides for group number 3? Alright, group number 3. So this one is actually one that I've put back in the pile 3 times now. So I feel like this is an important message for you guys. That you guys need to let go of stress and worry, because it's not serving you, right? Deal with the things you can, and the things you can't, they're not in your control, right? So you definitely have a male energy. One who I feel like I get this sense of he almost tries to communicate for you. You may be a person of little words, right? And the spirit guide, sometimes it seems like messages that you want to say to somebody, or something you want to talk about with somebody. That person will come to you and be like, hey, so I was thinking about this today and wanted to run it by you. And you'll find that it's like kind of the same thing. So I feel like your spirit guide, like you may be like a really shy person and not really open to things, if that makes any sense. So your spirit guide really wants to offer you a new beginning. You have a very strong intuition and you need to start using it more. I feel like your spirit guide is also trying to help you to break out of the crowd, to set yourself apart, to be different. I feel like you've been holding on to, honestly, probably a partnership for way too long. And that may be what's causing you this stress, right? And that's where Spirit's like, I want to offer you a new beginning. Because it doesn't have to be someone romantic, because I don't even get like a romantic feel from this. I feel like it may be a friend, maybe even a friend group with like the Five of Wands, because that's what like this reminds me of, like you just feeling like you're lost in the crowd, not really able to move forward the way you want to. And it's definitely left you in this, like, wake of, do I keep these people around? What if I hurt somebody's feelings? But your spirit's, or your spirit guide is literally saying the world is in your hands. Do you want to keep these people around who are bringing you down and taking you backwards, causing you all types of stress and anxiety? Or do you want to take the world into your hands? Do you want to use your intuition? I definitely feel like nature may be something important that your spirit guide is trying to speak to you on. But definitely, I feel like your spirit guide wants you to use not just your intuition, but your wisdom as well. Because we have the owl right here, as well as the coloration. But you definitely, I feel like it is very important that you step into this, using your intuition, alright, so we're gonna go with that one, since that one landed on the table and the other one's just kind of flew away. Oh my. Okay. So we have the coyote spirit, right? And I find that kind of interesting. You may be someone who finds dogs. Like, you may just be walking down the street and all of a sudden there's like a stray dog for no reason. I feel like animals may be like really drawn to you. You may not even be drawn to animals, but however, I feel like animals are drawn to you. Especially dogs. You may have even like had a dream where like you're dreaming about dogs. If the coyote calls to you, okay, using the book, because I never use this deck. This is literally like the third time I've used this deck, so I don't really know any of the cards, just be honest. So, if the coyote calls to you, this is time to pay attention to detours and disappointments. They are a true test of faith. You have set your intentions, turn them over to Great Spirit, yet you may find yourself lost and confused. It appears you are being led off course, leading your most cherished dreams and desires. Remember, the coyote is a sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure you're ready for what's set in motion. Great growth and understanding comes to you when the coyote calls your name. So yeah, to me, like, that's going back to like these challenges that you're facing, like letting go of that anxiety, right? Not just that, but oh goodness, what was I gonna say? I literally forgot it. But definitely letting go of your anxieties. Let me check that one more time just to see what it was that I was about to say, because I really just lost, yeah, so challenges, like being set apart, right? Overcoming this like turmoil that you're finding yourself in, because there is that new beginning, your dreams and your desires, but and the world is in your hands. Like, this is what your spirit guide is trying to overall, like, get to you, is that the world's in your hands. But are you going to allow these people, these things, these challenges to take and hold you back? Especially if it has to do with another person. If they are not serving you, cut them out. Plain and simple. You don't need anybody in your life who isn't going to serve you. And I'm not saying that people should serve you, and I'm not saying that. What I am saying, however, is if a person is hurting you, if a person isn't giving you an equal exchange of energy, then you don't need that person. If you're spending time with the person and you feel at the end of it you're more drained, you have a headache, whatever the case is, because I've been around tons of people and I've had tons of different issues around certain people, you know, where all of a sudden I have a headache for no reason. All of a sudden this person makes me nauseous every time they're around. Like, I stay away from people like that, because that means that there's something wrong with our energy, right? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with my energy. There's something wrong with your energy, and me being an empath, it's hard to be around people like that. And it's not something that everyone understands. However, it's true. So definitely remember Star Player. Like, I'm a huge Cat Williams fan, and that was one thing that, you know, he said that definitely stuck out to me. Like, you gotta worry about Star Player. And if somebody's not worried about Star Player as hard as you're worried about Star Player, then you don't need that person. You want somebody who's gonna rock for you, who's gonna ride for you. If you say, hey, I'm having a bad day, I need some ice cream, like, somebody who's like, okay, boo-boo, neither one of us needs this ice cream, but let's go get a banana split. That's the type of energy you need. Because obviously, I mean, look at me. I don't need no banana split, but it sounds pretty fire right now. Okay. Anyways, back to the reading. Guys, what messages do you have for group number 3 and their spirit guide? What messages do you have for group number 3? Alright, creativity. So yeah, that to me goes back to that whole, like, being set out of a crowd. The world is yours. Like, excuse me, you have this creative energy that you can create anything you want, and it's in your hands, but it's up to you. Are you gonna let these people, these things, the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the fear, are you gonna let this hold you back from the fact that you are literally holding the world in your hands? You've got to use your intuition on things. If your intuition is telling you not to go, don't go. If your intuition is telling you not to stay, don't stay. You've got to listen to your intuition, because it's calling you very strongly. And use that creative spirit to your advantage. Create this new life, this new beginning that you want, right? It's all in your hands. Just remember that those challenges that you're facing, right? These challenges that you're facing, it's just your spirit guide, right? It's just spirit leading you and challenging you, because they know that you have the world in your hands, and they want to make sure that you're going to use it correctly, but you're not going to abuse the power that you get, right? Alright, pile number 3. I wish you the best. Definitely let me know if this resonates down in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day. Alright, pile number 4. Those of you who chose the Mercury card, the Mercury card with this beautiful crystal quartz. I don't know why my brain stopped working right there, but it happened. Okay, real authentic. I'm always gonna be me. And you will definitely notice that as the videos progress, guys. And thank you for your support as of now. And I can't wait to see where we'll be in like a year from now. Alright, guys. What messages does group number 4's spirit guide have for them? What messages does group number 4's spirit guide have for them? Alrighty, tidy. So, you have a very strong, fiery, spirit guide who I feel like sometimes causes like a whirlwind in your life, where things just kind of happen. Like, where did any of this come from? Because I was not expecting any of this, right? I feel like your spirit guide is definitely wanting you to, number one, step out of the crowd. Number two, I feel like your spirit guide is also telling you that you daydream a little too much. I feel like you may even be like a air person, what is that, Gemini. I know these things, my brain's just like completely not in my head right now. I'm just letting you know. So that would be Aquarius, Gemini, and what is the last one? Aquarius, Gemini, I want to say Sagittarius, but that's fire. And then, no, that's water. Oh, Libra. Like I said, my brain is not in my body. Mind you, I've been studying these things for the past, like, 20 years. So it should be in here. Or, like, seriously. Anyways. So, I feel like currently, or at least lately, and this goes back to the daydreaming thing, I feel like because you've been daydreaming, you haven't necessarily been dealing with everything you're supposed to, and you've been kind of in this stuck energy, right? But you have the Wheel of Fortune, so once again, like, luck is on your side. Like, I feel like you may even be, like, afraid to, like, take a chance, right? Because the thing about the Eight of Swords energy is, if you notice, it's a swan down on the bottom. Like, that swan can break free, but that swan's jealous of the hummingbird, and the hummingbird's like, hey, you can come join me. You just gotta spread your wings and break free. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that, like, your spirit guide's trying to bring to you. Like, stop daydreaming about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, where I could be in life, and spread your wings and fly, because chance, luck, it's in your favor, right? They're trying to bring you into this energy where those things that you are daydreaming about can come to fruition, right? You've definitely, I feel like there may even need to be a balance in your emotions, right? Maybe that's where you end up with this energy, right? This, like, stuck energy, because your emotions are completely balanced out, and instead of dealing with things, we daydream, and that happens. That happens a lot. What messages for group number 4? What messages does group number 4 spirit have been in. So we're going to take the Sun. So I will say I don't use this deck very often at all. This is like the third time I've ever used it. So I am going to have to refer to the book. I don't know why I sounded like I lost all faith in humanity with that breath. But, okay, so the Sun, have you been in hibernation? Right? That daydreaming energy, right? So have you been in hibernation? Have you been introspective? You know, have you thought about how you can break free? It's time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of our star, which I find kind of interesting because if you notice this hummingbird surrounded by light, right? There's even like feathers and stuff on her headdress. Like, it's so beautiful. She actually looks like a bird. Like, breaking free, spreading your wings. The Sun rekindles your passions. What? And you're the King of Wands, very passionate, right? Your creative energy. Life is calling you to shine your light and add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and go play. Yeah, it's all around you. Like, stop being stuck in your own head. Break free. It's all in your hands. Like, be creative. Have fun. Like, don't worry about it. Set yourself out from the crowd. Like, you're not like anybody else. None of us are like anybody else. Like, me and my best friend are nothing alike, but I love her to death. You know? So, what messages, as far as their spirit guide, do you have for group number 4, spirit? Messages do you have for group number 4? Woo! Okay. Any other messages for group number 4? So, I feel like when it comes down to it, you've really been stuck in, like this, I want to go for my passions, right? I want to go for my passions. I know what it is I want, but I feel stuck, not realizing what luck's on your hand, that all you need to do is tap into that creativeness, be fun, be light, be airy, because it's all in your hands, and that's what's going to bring you this abundance, right? You may also need to work on your base chakra, right? I say that because there is quite a few, like, red specks in here, that has to deal with your root chakra, right? Your base, however it is you call it, but you may need to deal with this a little bit, right? So you can be a little more grounded, so you can bring in this and get out of this, daydreaming energy, because that's what I always think about. Like, she's daydreaming, she's like kind of contemplating, not really, like, just kind of caught in her head, but like also with her emotions, right? Because, like, let's face it, our emotions are like everything. So, but anyways, yeah, I feel like that's what your spirit guide's trying to get you to, is like connect with your passions, your drive. He's asking you to spread your wings and fly and stop. One of the best things, I've worked food service for a long time. So, and one of the best things I've ever gotten from a customer was this note. And I have pictures of it, and if I find it, I will post it on my Instagram page so you guys can go check it out. However, there was this note that this gentleman gave me, and it said, it's hard to soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys, right? The swan, break free, totally fly away, soar with the eagles, but because it's surrounded by, we'll just say, metaphorical turkeys who aren't on the same vibrational scale at all, it feels stuck in this energy. When all it has to do is spread its wings and take a chance. So I feel like that's really what your spirit guide's calling you to do, so you can bring in this abundance. Right? Bring in this balance. Alright, guys. Well, that's it for group number 4. Let me know if this resonates down in the comment box, and I will see you guys again very soon. Alright, have a great day, guys.